Good morning, everyone. It is I, Gina Luisa, here to help raise the vibration of our collective consciousness. I'm going to try to remember to enunciate a little better today. We'll stay up a little closer to the camera. I have a tendency to wiggle around. But today is a day of following one's heart. Even the cards this morning said so. It says this morning, we're on the precipice, with that Three of Wands. We stand on the precipice, about to embark on a journey, That's it. We're not going back. We're all packed, everything, and we're embarking on a whole new journey, a whole new life journey. That was awesome. The Emperor above us, it's like the Emperor has sent us on this life journey almost, God has put us in life. Our own divine self, as the Emperor, has set us in this life on a quest. And then off we go, And then I cut to the to the Knight, right? Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is setting out on the journey. Full of, emotion, heart, of I know what I'm doing is right. You know what I'm saying? I'd say the horse was like rearing up and let's go, like when the knight is gonna go rescue the damsel in distress. Oh, damsel in excuse me. Maybe somebody's trying to block my throat chakra. You really shouldn't send evil magic toward the goddess. Because, my heart, my truth, my it's real. It's real, okay? It's not artificial. It's not something fake. It's not something I force. It's something I observe. Really. I'm an observer, one of the watchers, as they say. I can't help it. It's who I've always been. I'm a watcher, and I flow in music, and I've always rhythm, and oh my God, I came out drumming. I come out doing that. Anyway, because I flow in that, okay? Like the card yesterday, in the flow of dance, it's who I am, I came to a revelation yesterday. Actually, it wasn't me, it was a friend, but because my hands always reach out and do that, always, and I whistle, I've been doing that all my life, and when my hands did that, I was like, we were riding along in the car, and my hands just reached out and did that, and I said, I mentioned like that. That's cool. So I said to God, geez, like I wonder, was I a young kid, a cadet in a drum corps or something like that who died young, in battle, and I was getting this, a white pasty person, and you know, and he said his name was he said he had three names and he wasn't sure which one to pick. It was John and Philip, and there was a Robert in there too. And he didn't. He picked the John and the Philip, right? And I'm like, oh wow, cool. Like I wonder some guy in England. But then I say, oh, if he died young, well, who's this old man I'm looking at? And I'm seeing an old man, and he's wearing kind of like what he almost looked like a cross between, like say, uh Teddy Roosevelt and like Colonel Sanders or something, or Burl Ives. He had that look to him, And I said, "Who am I looking at? With this old man?" And Buddy said, "Gina, John Philip Sousa," and I got chills that went all over me, and I still got them. Oh, that makes so much sense then. Why I came out whistling and drumming, and Oh, wow. And you know what it did? It freed me. It freed me from, because, all this, I got all this, like, music, like, I gotta do it, and I gotta do it, and then, like, all the, I already did it. If my soul already did it, it frees me in this life to do something else. I mean, John Philip frickin' Sousa, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Why my hands do all the time. You know what? And okay, so yesterday, after coming to that realization, I put on John Philip Sousa music, and there's a piece that actually does that in the beginning. It does that. I think it's the Stars and Stripes Forever, even, right? The one that I whistle all the time. I can, and each song, even the even some of the non-known songs, the non-famous songs, as everyone went by, I was like, oh, now I understand me so much, right? I understand me now. And I'm 65, and it took a long time for me to understand that. Like, why was I born drumming on everything? I drum. I remember being a little kid, right? And we're marching along with our oatmeal containers, and did two lids from the. I know why now, right? That I would stand there with my stick and be the conductor, and I know why now. Okay, that's so cool. Oh my God, how humbling is that, right? But we stand there in our truth. And you can't see something and say, oh my God, it's so outrageous. That can't possibly be true. No, you got to look at it and say, like, one and one adds up to two. You can't deny things, you know? And so then I looked up because then I was saying, well, John Philip Sousa, that was like right recently. But I felt like there was somebody else in between that life and this one. And it was and it, and she said to me, in a hit girl, and she only lived to be 17, she said, and she lived in New York. And then she said she died in 1951. And so, like, all right, well, I gotta look it up, And a 17-year-old girl who died in 1951 in New York. And oh my God, there it is. And there she is, Anita Tozzi. And her father had set the house on fire. And the rest of the family made it out alive. The father killed himself. He hung himself in the cellar and set the house of fire on fire. And I could see the whole thing. Anita was beautiful, they say. Exceptionally beautiful. And the father had raped her and killed her. Hung him, and then he set the whole house on fire. He was going to kill everybody in the family, sprinkling gasoline all over everybody, or kerosene. I believe it was kerosene. I smell kerosene, not gasoline. He set the whole house on fire. He went and hung himself in the cellar, right? I would have never known that had I not looked it up. But there it was. And I can see Anita happy now. Smiling. And what is it? We're not those people. Certainly not those people. But our essence is it continues and continues and lives totally different life, like a totally different life. You have a whole different scenario, a whole different script now. No matter what the past did or was, it's just so cool. I've been flooded. It's got to be the alignment of the planets right now. It's really an amazing time. We've never been in a time like this before. Stand there, all right, in your truth, in your emotions. Witness your emotions. Don't force emotions. You witness emotions, okay? You witness them. So and as you acknowledge emotions and you witness them and truths and think, you solidify your understanding of who and what this entity in this aliveness is, and what our purpose is. Our purpose, like I said, is to raise our collective consciousness. Okay? So we can't put one by somebody anymore. You don't put one by somebody. You tell them the truth. Okay? You don't try to, like, wow, that person's got, let's go try to get from them. No. You say, wow, that person's got, let's go learn from them what we need to do. And see if we can offer any help. Perhaps we have a skill that they might need. We help each other in this world. Because once, everyone is abundant, guess what? Everyone's abundant. Right? We are in a time now of throwing away the old poopy, no matter how they say, oh, well, yeah, we just elected a new pope. A pope? What the fuck is a pope? A pope is the leader of the pedophiles? Who cares? Get away from me. Okay, we're not doing that anymore in this world. No. We're not funding you. We're not watching you. We're not. Just go away. Okay? We live for truth. We live for helping each other. We live for nurturing the earth and cleaning and abundance and all the good stuff. Okay? And all the evil, bad stuff. Go bye-bye now. Bye-bye. 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 Yeah. Bye-bye now. Okay? Because it is the time of authenticity and reality. Okay? Because nothing fake. Like that wax apple, go ahead, go bite it. See how it tastes. Right? Go to China, right? And go see how their dead trees with plastic green leaves stapled to them. Do you think that brings your soul solace? Oh my God. It's just, everything they show you is fake, okay? Everything I show you is real. And everything coming is real. So all the fake stuff is going to like fluff off. Just like my song said, right? Everything dirty I am washing away. We're manifesting it. We are the light workers, the good people of this world. We're washing all the bad stuff away. We're manifesting. Yep. Because hell will be gone from my planet. And be grateful if you get to stay. Right? We're manifesting. Come manifest with me.